Hey everyone, it's Sean. I'm here at Proust Pets today, and I'm going to talk to you about Madagascar hissing cockroaches. So when you think of a cockroach, a lot of times you think of this gross, disgusting bug that infests everything. But hissing cockroaches are actually pretty docile, and they're not something you would find around here because you only find them on the island Madagascar. So they're known for the hissing sound that they make. They have a vent at their back end that they push air out of that makes this hissing noise. That's part of their defense mechanism. They also have these really sharp barbs that go down their arms that also act as a defense mechanism. Now, we think of cockroaches being gross and disgusting, but these guys actually really aren't. In fact, they have a tiny little mite that lives on them that helps keep them clean. And these guys just live in colonies in rotted wood or in caves, eating dead or decaying matter. That's called a detritivore. So they eat typically branches, bark, leaf litter, and broken down vegetation, and turn that into food and fuel for themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of these guys out for you so you can get a closer look. So as you can see, we have a couple of them sitting on this piece of wood, and neither one, oh, there we go. That's their defense mechanism. That hissing makes them sound like a larger animal or possibly a snake, which would deter any predator from wanting to come after them. Take one out here and give you a closer look. He's a wily one. So as you can see, they're really not that gross or disgusting at all. One of my favorite things about them is the males have these little bumps that look like horns. They'll sometimes use those when defending territory and headbutt other males and try to knock them off the piece of wood or the rock that they're living on. As you can see, they can hang on really well. Those have to do with the little spikes that are on their feet, which you can almost see there. And then they have little antennae that help them to feel around and see what's going on in their environment. Now the females don't have these bumps, and that's usually one of the ways that we'll tell a difference. But a lot of times with insects, we have to look at the amount of little body segments that they have here. And males, he really likes moving, have an extra segment down here, whereas the females don't. She'll let me get her out. I'm only finding males, but that's okay. Now you can just see that there's a couple of them. Once you kind of get used to them, there's really not a whole lot to be scared of. I really like these types of cockroaches, and in fact, if you look up Guinness World Records on YouTube right now, you will see that I actually hold a world record with these cockroaches of holding 21 of them in my mouth. So you want to see an older video of me with no beard and stuffing my mouth full of cockroaches, then go ahead and look that up right now. So I hope you learned a little bit about cockroaches, and maybe you're not nearly as afraid of them as you once were. So have a good night.